Opa, e aí pessoal, bora aqui lá continuar com a jogatina aqui de Alan Wake, né? Vídeo passado conseguimos chegar no posto de gasolina, viemos parar aqui na delegacia. Recebemos uma ligação aí que estão com a nossa mulher. Aproveitar que o carinha tá dormindo, vou apagar a luz, né? Deixa quem é esse cara aí?
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Ei!
Oh my!
Take it easy.
Ela pode ser preso por agressão.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Desceram a porrada no médico.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you.
Vai, pronto. Um mamute, né, esse aqui. Fechado. Fechado. Tem uma garrafinha de café, um manuscrito. Tem nada.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car?
E tem um papel aqui,
Just
esse papel
listen to
você pegou?
yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just...
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Nossa, os dois falam. Peguei uma garrafa de café ali dentro.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
O que aconteceu com o
Mr.
cachorro?
Wake, I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. You got lucky.
Coitado do Sarneto.
Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth
You
skeleton.
can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations
Oh,
always
formulário.
end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Nossa, fala, hein?
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Lover's
Oh,
Peak.
sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Cuidado, cachorro.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Não, tem que chegar lá. Caramba.
Look, Al, you're
Bora,
asking
matraca.
me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air.
Ah, vê se deixar o... Dá moral pro cara, ele pode falar, meu.
It's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Olha o corongão aí, ó.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
Sai fora, gordinho. Fala demais, meu. Opa. Eu apaguei a luz? Apaguei, não. Deixa acesa. Opa. Pilhas. Garrafinha de café. Opa, churrasqueira. Dá a volta aqui no terreno. Vai se tem algum manuscrito pra gente. Ó, tem a garrafinha de café. Olha. Uma jacuzzi. É. Poço. Mais nada. A barra de vida não aumenta mais, é só isso mesmo.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
Isso, gordinho, entrega a porta com chave. Ó, tem uma página ali. Carrão, hein? Barry duvida da sanidade de Wake.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Barry nunca se deu bem com Alice, mas sabia que ela a amava com uma intensidade que quase dava medo. E agora, algo tinha acontecido a Alice. E ali estava Al, armado e dizendo coisas que já levaram outras pessoas para um asilo. Era como se seu amigo tivesse passado por uma enorme crise psicótica e agora estava totalmente desconectado da realidade. Barry estava apavorado. Barry é um louco. Poxa, que vamos de carro. Vamos a pé, mata dentro aí, ó.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but But I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Eu mal consigo ler isso que ele fala, meu. Tá aberto?
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm gonna check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Essas conversas me ajudam em alguma coisa? Vou deixar aceso. Que isso? Tinha um corvo na lata de lixo, meu. Ixi, aqui vai começar a dar ruim, hein? Que isso? Aqui eu já tava aqui, certo? Tem alguma coisa pra cá? Nada. Ah, não. Queimou. O personagem não sabe pular cerco. Aí, agora foi. Vamos ver o que tem aqui dentro do chalé. Tem sangue. Eita, mais uma historinha.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization.
Night
But some
Springs.
crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs.
Qual que é a de hoje?
Tonight's episode,
O Homem no Espelho.
The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face.
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town on him. mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. The white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming. Am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm not in prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Acabou? Nossa, doideira. O que tem por aqui? Quebrado. Eu pensava que aqui tava aceso. Não dá pra entrar nesse explosão, não? Não. Colocaram até a porta desse lado e já não consegui entrar. Tem um carro aqui. Telefone. Hello? Oh, mais uma carta aqui. Rust morrendo.
The area in the visitor center was heavy with awful smell, as if some rotten thing had crawled up on its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
O ar no centro de visitantes estava pesado e fedorento, como se alguma coisa podre tivesse sido arrastada de sua sepultura. Rust seguia tossindo sangue. Meus olhos observavam a forma torta da sua perna quebrada. O ataque havia sido brutal. Max gemeu em sua jaula. Os olhos de Rust brilhavam aterrorizados. Ele murmurou: Sr. Wake, aconteceu exatamente como estava escrito na página. Pois é. Deixa eu ver o que tem aqui pra cima. Dá pra subir. Aí tem uma garrafa de café. Que é isso? Acho que não alimente os animais, né? Uma multa de $100, será? Ah, mais uma página aqui, legal. Nossa, a última. Não, a última não. Rose e Rust.
He taught her to dance, and life certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't in her dreams, and that tended to undermine the unbearable truth. She was no closer to the power of magic than he was.
Rose sabia que Rust estava apaixonado por ela e que também gostava dele. Ela gostava muito dele, ele havia lhe ensinado a dançar e a vida lhe havia mostrado o valor de um homem doce. Ele a tratou bem, fazia sorrir, sentir-se bem, mas Rust não era o príncipe de seus sonhos, e isso só tornava mais evidente a verdade insuportável. Ela já não tinha mais nada de uma princesa. Doideira. Opa. Só o manuscrito aqui em cima? E nem uma garrafinha de café? Cortar caminho. Nossa, não apareceu inimigo até agora. Zona de... Opa! Eita! Caraca! Calma, 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 não se joga não, filho! Calma, filho, você tá onde? Poxa, calma aí, filho. Relaxa aí, cara. Rust atacado pela presença escura.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend one way. Felt the blade stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
O centro de visitantes era robusto, mas o impacto havia deixado sua fachada em pedaços. Rust havia atravessado o saguão como uma boneca de pano, batendo contra a parede oposta. Não estava doendo até que ele tentou se mover e viu sua perna pendendo para o lado errado. Sentia as costelas quebradas perfurando sua carne. Gritou de dor e medo, temeroso de morrer na solidão. Acho que esse cara é o Rust, né? Calma aí. Fechado. Precisa de uma chave para entrar, certo? Vamos falar que para aqui. Hello? Fechado. Caramba, tá acontecendo? Ah! Isso aqui é o carinha do cachorro, velho.
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh. Good boy.
Coisa mais linda, velho. Aqui eu já olhei, não preciso olhar de novo não, né? Vamos que agora vai dar ruim, hein? Pode vir.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Boa. Mais uma página ali. Nossa, a página até se destaca, né? Wake alcança um refúgio seguro de luz.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
No último instante, mudei de direção e me joguei no chão. O machado despedaçou o tronco de uma árvore. Eu cambaleei até a zona iluminada. Meus pulmões ardiam. Estava muito exausto para me mover. Eu esperava tenso o golpe de misericórdia, mas ele não veio. Levantei a cabeça. Nada se moveu na escuridão que me rodeava. Naquele momento, sob a luz fria, estava a salvo. Legal. Já é um spoiler aí. Acenda as luzes? Aqui. Ué? Opa. Munição, bateria.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Ai, caramba. Vamos lá ajudar o cara. Eita.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Isso é VIP, X1. necessário. Rust.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Cadê o cachorro?
Please don't feed the animals.
Não vou alimentar não, filho. Relaxa.
Fishing
Is only permitted for those visitors
who purchase a park
Bro?
license. Obey
Oxi.
operator's instructions.
at all times.
Rusty, no!
Never
Cadê? Cadê?
two bears and wolves. Never approach any other. Closer than 25 yards. Pets must be leashed.
At all times.
Never leave your pet
Unattended.
Nossa, minhas filhas já estão acabando.
historical artifacts from the park.
Cadê?
This includes even you may find along the river, or even simple berries.
Boa. Que isso? Hã? Legal. Opa! Ô, maluco, é bom. Nossa, velho, as pilhas acabam muito rápido aqui. Opa! O que foi isso? Tinha uma nuvem negra aqui na frente. Por que eu tô sem a 12? Tem alguma coisa por cá? Não. Opa. Hello?
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
É, gordinho, não abre a porta pra ninguém não. Se abrir a porta, se lasca todinho. Eu não tô nem aí com a lanterna. Acho que ali na frente é uma página. É mesmo. Brilhando desse jeito. Boa. Vamos ver. Últimas palavras de Rust.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Em seus últimos instantes de consciência, Rust pensou em Rose. Ele era mais velho que ela. Ela mal tinha saído da adolescência, mas o fez se sentir jovem e esqueceu o fracasso que havia se tornado seu casamento. Ele ainda usava a aliança e esperava que ela o pedisse para retirar. Agora, nunca mais iria pedir. É treta. Opa! Calma aí. Seria a continuação? É, vamos descer ali. Preciso de pilhas. Porra. Por que que ali mostra 4 pilhas e eu ganho só 2? Opa, tá doido? Nada pra cá. Ponto de controle.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Certo. O que tem pra cá? Ó, tem alguma coisa aqui. Ali a setinha. Uma caverna. Tá doido? Caverna de licor. Essa caverna era usada para o frequente e lucrativo contrabando de álcool durante a Lei Seca, 1919 a 1933. Nela se armazenava provisoriamente o álcool trazido do Canadá, mas às vezes o álcool também era destilado aqui. Moonshine Cave. Opa! Oi, filho. Espingarda, porra. Nossa, não tem nenhuma página aqui dentro? Vamos. Vamos continuar. Ah, velho. Oxi. Eu ia falar, eu escutei vozes e os caras aparecem. Opa! Ai. Vagabundo, vocês estão pensando que eu sou quem? Vocês aparecem assim do nada no meio do mato. Lover's Peak. Essa lanterna tem um alcance do caramba, hein? Olha. Vamos ver se a gente encontra alguma página pra cá. Mas não tem nada. Opa, achei. Aqui no chão. Vamos ver. Barry conhece Rose.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Ninguém em Bright Falls parecia saber o paradeiro de Al, mas Rose, a garçonete da cafeteria, o havia visto. Pelo que Barry podia dizer, Al havia desaparecido da face da terra após sair da cafeteria. Rose era o tipo de fã que Al odiava, mas ela realmente tentava ajudar. Além disso, era inteligente e sabia muito sobre o que acontecia no povoado, e também muito sobre Al, até mesmo quem era Barry. Barry gostava dela. Não era surpresa. Em questão de mulheres, Barry e Al tinham gostos muito diferentes. Menos mal, né? Imagina ter o mesmo gosto que o parceiro. Ele não dá, né? Olhar tudo. Vai dar merda. Sai. Sai daí. Eles vão aparecer, quer ver? Já apareceram. Bora, gente. Ah, vou subir ali, vai. Não, pior que o caminho certo é aqui em cima mesmo. Tem algum caminho pra cá? Não. Tem? Até tem, né? Mas eu acho que se jogar dali ele morre. Vamos. Chegar de novo speed. Mano, eu sei que vocês vão aparecer. Opa! Espingarda. Munição. Muito bom. Não usa espingarda agora não, filho. Aqui eles aparecem. Eita! Ave! Olha o tamanho do cara! Otário! Já nem pode ter usado essa arma. Saco. Carrega. Quem é aqui que esse cara apareceu aqui, hein? Vai aparecer mais, parece. Ó. Otário. Vão aparecer mais ainda, né? É, apareceu. E tem nas minhas costas. Deixa eu vir pra cá, que é mais safe. Filho da mãe, velho. Nossa, esses bichos são muito espertos, velho. Que isso? Eita! Sai fora. Ave. Ah, que merda, mano. Vou morrer. Eita! Ai! Eles são espertos pra caramba, filho. Ah, pegou. Pegou de novo. Caramba. Eles em grande número fica complicado, até no normal. Imagina isso aqui no difícil. Vai aparecer mais, ó. Tá carregado? Carrega. Vai. Sai fora. Olha como que eles vêm rapidão. Pô, não acredito que acabou minha munição. Oxe, acende isso daí, filho. Tá doido? Bom, pessoal, já que deu 41 minutos de vídeo, aqui é um ponto de controle. Vou finalizando o vídeo por aqui. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Forte abraço, falou e é nóis.